Amidst the desolate landscape of war-torn Ukraine, in the fall of 2022, a lone Ukrainian soldier cautiously navigated the wreckage-strewn battlefield when he stumbled upon an unexpected enigma. Nestled amidst the debris was a mysterious downed drone. He approached the craft, expecting it to be just another product of the relentless Russian arsenal. However, as he inspected the remnants, an unsettling realization dawned upon him. What seemed like another enemy drone turned out to be something else entirely. An investigation would begin at the military base, and the truth would unveil itself. The telltale markings and design, obscured by battle scars, bore a striking resemblance to none other than an Iranian Shahed 136 drone. What was an Iranian drone doing in the hands of the Russians, and how would this revelation alter the course of the conflict? Delta-wing drone. The Shahed 136, developed by Shahed Aviation Industries, is an Iranian loitering munition crafted for targeting stationary ground threats from a safe distance. While precise details surrounding this Middle Eastern weapon are scant, some aspects, like its distinctive cropped delta-wing shape, its measurements, approximately 11.4 feet in length and 8.2 feet in width, and a total weight of about 440 pounds, are publicly available. At its core lies a high-explosive fragmentation warhead weighing up to 110 pounds, supposedly surpassing the potency of a standard 155mm artillery shell. One of the drone's most remarkable features is its portability. The entire unit can be mounted on the back of various military trucks, enabling agile deployment. Capable of being launched in groups of up to 5 from a specialized rack, the aircraft takes flight with the aid of rocket propulsion, ascending at a slight upward angle. Upon reaching optimal altitude, the rocket is discarded, and the drone seamlessly transitions to its conventional piston engines, most likely a reverse-engineered German Limbach L550E. Though not entirely confirmed, rumors circulate regarding the drone's extensive range, estimated to span from 600 to an astonishing 1,600 miles. Since its deployment with Iran in the late 2010s, the Shahed 136 reportedly saw action in the 2019 attack on Saudi oil plants at Abqaiq and Kirayas and other minor conflicts. It would not be long before this drone would find itself thrust into the heart of one of the most significant urban warfare zones of our time. Beyond the Middle East. On September 13, 2022, photographs of the remains of what looked like a Shahed 136 drone, albeit with paint color matching Russian rather than Iranian munitions, and inscribed with the words Garan 2, were published online. Soon, it was publicly known that hundreds of Iranian-designed drones were exported to Russia, where these artifacts were renamed for Russian service. In the months before confirming their use, both United States intelligence sources and Ukrainian officials claimed that Iran had supplied Russia with drones. Still, the Middle Eastern nation repeatedly rejected these claims, maintaining the nation's supposed neutrality in the conflict. Still, later, during an arms show, the commander of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, General Hossein Salami, ominously stated that some of the world's largest powers had purchased some of their military equipment, and his men were in the process of training them to employ the gear. On what was reportedly their first use in the war, on September 13, 2022, according to Rodion Kulihin, the Ukrainian artillery commander of the 92nd Brigade, Shahed 136 drones destroyed up to 4 howitzers and 2 BTRs during the Kharkiv counteroffensive. 10 days later, further use of the drones was recorded in Odessa, where videos of their flyover and subsequent impact were uploaded to social media. Further videos show intensified drone use around other cities like Dnipro, and striking barracks hosting soldiers from the 72nd Mechanized Brigade in Bila Tserkva. Garan 2 attacks continued well through the fall of 2022. With a reported cost of about $20,000, the cost-benefit analysis of using these drones in strikes versus the defending air defense systems employed against them, such as multi-million-dollar SAM systems, is outstanding. Additionally, fallen loitering munitions, taken down after reaching cities, can lead to large-scale collateral damage from falling wreckage. The truth. Amid Russia's torrent of drone strikes on southern and eastern parts of Ukraine, the Ukrainian military and UK-based research group Conflict Armament Research conducted a study of an unexploded warhead from an Iranian Shahed 136 drone. The investigation, published in February 2023, revealed that the Russian military's extensively deployed kamikaze drones had undergone significant modifications. As Damian Spleeters, one of the investigators who examined the warhead, stated, quote, "There had been a lot of speculation that perhaps these explosives were very crude, cheap, and simple. But looking at the warhead, it's clear that a lot of thought has been put into ensuring that it can inflict as much damage as possible to infrastructure in a large radius." According to this investigation, the warheads were swiftly modified with layers of small metal particles that scatter across a wide radius upon contact. This composition explains why the fall 2022 assaults on Ukraine's energy infrastructure were remarkably successful. Moreover, the team of researchers highlighted that, in addition to the fragments, up to 18 smaller charges are placed around the warhead's diameter. Upon detonation, these charges melt through armor, creating a 360-degree explosive impact. Examination of crashed and shot-down drones revealed the use of various Western and Chinese components in their construction. Some of its electronics were composed of a Texas-made processor, a Polish-made fuel pump stemming from a UK-based company, and a voltage converter from China. Somehow, Iran managed to bypass sanctions and procure vital components for its drones that are not readily available to the general market. To counter the devastating impact of these modified drones, Ukraine's military strategists swiftly initiated measures to mitigate their destructive potential. Fury Factory. In response to the initial attacks, Ukraine and Iran have reduced their diplomatic ties. The U.S. State Department has also accused Iran of violating United Nations Security Council Resolution 2231 by selling drones to Russia, with similar assessments made by France and the United Kingdom. Ukraine, determined to defend against these menacing drones, has invested millions of dollars in developing air defense systems that boast an impressive 85% interception rate against these munitions. Adding to their impressive capabilities, the Garan 2 drones' low profile and speed make them challenging to detect by MiG-29 radar, providing them with a tactical advantage. However, Ukrainian soldiers have reported being able to hear the drones from several miles away, rendering them susceptible to small arms fire. Nonetheless, their use has also raised concerns that drones may also be used to test the effectiveness of defenses before launching more significant missile attacks, exposing potential vulnerabilities. After a brief pause in their deployment, likely due to the depletion of their previous stock, Russia resumed drone strikes with renewed intensity. On February 10, 2023, a fresh drone strike hit critical infrastructure in Kharkiv, Ukraine's second-largest city. Against the backdrop of these attacks, the analysis of the modified drone's capabilities came to light. Interestingly, this revelation also coincided with the news that, with Tehran's assistance, Moscow is establishing a factory to produce Garan 2 drones in Russia. The factory is projected to churn out at least 6,000 drones in the coming years, fueled by a reported $1 billion deal between Russia and Iran. Furthermore, the two countries are reportedly collaborating on developing a new engine to enhance the drone's range and speed. While Tehran denied the specific plans for the factory, tensions remain high, with Iran accusing the West of stirring unrest in Ukraine. In May, the White House stated that Russia had received over 400 Iranian-made drones, while Ukrainian military intelligence estimated that Tehran had supplied around 1,000 drones as of March, a sharp increase in arsenal for an already costly and protracted war. Thanks for watching this dark tech video. Hit the like button and share it with a friend. For more stories about the latest in military development and beyond, check out this and all the other Dark Documentaries channels. We publish new content every week.